Hey guys, little bit of a different video here. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book. Of course a history book though. And over the years as I've been going through school and other things, I've decided that instead of letting these things just sit on my shelf or try to give them away or even throw them away, I've read through them. Maybe I can review them. And if you guys like these reviews, maybe I can keep on going through. I have about a stack of books on my shelf, or if you guys have suggestions, I would absolutely love to review them. Now, please be a little kind. This is my first review ever, but I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Today, we're going to be looking at Living by Inches: The Smells, Sounds, Tastes, and Feelings of Captivity in the Civil War Prisons by Evan A. Kutzler. And you know what? It's a really good book. I had this class a few years ago. It's a really short book, actually, if you wanted to take a look at it. It's about 136 pages, only 5 chapters, which chapter 1 being Leveling the Senses, 2, The Disabled Nose, 3, Bit and Be Damned, 4, Listening Through the Cacophony, and 5, The Thoughts and Acts of Hungry Men. Now, even though it is a short book, it is very much a book that will keep you up at night. As it states, it really goes into detail from people who are actually in these Civil War, camps from the North and the South, and it even has a few pictures that are just haunting. I think the one that was probably the worst for me was chapter 3, Bit and Be Damned, which talked about lice and how big of a problem it actually was, and something that we don't necessarily think about. And every time I think about it or read through it, I absolutely just start scratching my head or all over my body. I get the chills. Maybe you won't, but that was the worst one for me. I think the description of all the smells and everything like that was just. I think it's really vivid, is what I'm trying to say. And it's really interesting. There's some things that talk about, the different types of prisons. There are open aired ones and other things like that. But the stench, the smell never changed, whether it was enclosed or open. And I find that very interesting. What I also find interesting is that, these kinds of things aren't necessarily talked about a lot. While prisoners of war aren't a new thing and have been a thing for quite some time, even before the Civil War, not many people think about it all that much, or the treatment of these prisoners or how they live, because you think about the big battles, you think about the blockade of the Civil War, you think about President Lincoln, you think about slavery, you think at so many other things, that this can be pushed down really far. And I think it does a great deal to talk about its cultural, and other kinds of assumptions that you had when soldiers go into war. And looking into the mind of some of these people and what they experienced is just absolutely fascinating. So, if you like the Civil War, this is a great book. Maybe taking a look into something that you absolutely didn't really think about before. Like I said, not a lot of us do. I never really did until I was kind of looking at this. Again, you think of prisoners of war, but you never really go into depth in a lot of areas. So this one does a great job. Now, if you are one of those people who are absolutely interested in the human side of war, in which we all should be, but the human side of war and the things that many people have to go through, especially these prisoners of war, I absolutely recommend this book. It is really good. Again, very short. It's only 136 pages, so you can get through it pretty quickly. Like I said, it can be a little disturbing sometimes, especially with the lice for me. That one absolutely killed me. I've never had lice and I never want it, but it's just something that I've always had a really irrational fear about. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this just really short book review. If you guys have any suggestions for other books, or if you guys like this series, please go ahead, smash the like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.